Today on the channel, we've got a mystery unboxing, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Mystery Crate. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another unboxing and review. But today we've got something totally different on the channel. We have a mystery crate, the Major Wrestling Figure Pod Mystery Crate. Now, crates are a big thing these days. There's WWE crates, there's Loot crates, there's Pro Wrestling Tees crates, there's tons and tons of different ones out there. You got Star Wars crates, Star Trek crates, T-shirts of the month crates, stuff like that. It's really a big business. It's a booming business in the last few years. A little bit of the element of surprise, a little bit of gambling. A lot of people have properties like Star Wars, for example, that they love Star Wars. And they like exclusive T-shirts and different things every single month. My opinion on it, I've had Pro Wrestling Crate in the past a few times. I'm not a huge fan of crates, just nothing inherently against them. But for me, I'm not a big gambler. I don't gamble, I don't do slot machines, I don't do anything like that. I always say I work way too hard for my money to gamble on things. However, I don't mind the surprise of the elements of these sometimes. And what sold me on the Major Pod Crate is, we all know their merchandise is hot. It's hot on the aftermarket, secondary sellers. You've got people that want multiples of these. They have new fans joining all the time in their podcasts and all that kind of fun stuff. And it makes sense. Hey, their fans are going to eat this stuff up. I'm a fan myself, so I have no problems with this. I figured what made me end up buying, I was originally going to pass on this. And then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I can buy it, and if I don't like it, I can easily get my money back or more. You can't say that about other crates out there. Pro Wrestling Tees crates. There's tons of those crates every single month. And you're stuck with a shirt that maybe you don't like. You try to sell it. Well, guess what? There's hundreds of people also trying to sell that shirt because they didn't like it either. This, on the other hand, is more special. It's got to be more limited than most crates out there. I'm sure they sold a heck of a lot of these, but they are a little bit more limited. And it's something that a growing fan base, people are jumping into every single day. I don't collect for value, but I said this is a no-brainer because guess what? I can buy it if I don't like anything in the crate. If I don't like the whole crate, I can easily sell this and get my money back, and most likely I can get more than I paid for it. So it was really a no-gamble situation, and like I said, I am not a gambler. I'm no Kenny Rogers. I might wear his shirts from time to time, but I don't gamble. So I felt like a safe bet with this one. I figured there's probably a possibility I'll like some of the stuff in here. Maybe I will like all of it. Maybe I won't like any of it. But I'll be able to flip it and get my money back, no problems at all. So that was kind of how my journey to this crate began. I have no idea what's in this box. I have not opened it up. I haven't peeked. I haven't seen any spoilers. And we're going to do it like we do on a normal unboxing review. You guys know I open the package right here on camera. You get my total first impressions. That's what you're going to get here. I know some people open these things up and look at their toys, play with them, really figure them out, really know everything about them after spending time with them. I don't do that. I want first impressions. I feel like my first impression is better, for good or for bad. And we see it both ways on the channel. But this one, we're going to open up and we're going to see what exactly is inside this crate. All right, let's get down to it. Let's have the full experience here. And the first thing that catches your eye, this came in a cardboard box via Pro Wrestling Tees is who shipped these out. Came in a cardboard box, and then we had the box inside of a box. An old grocery trick out there, the old box inside of a box. If you guys were in the grocery industry at any point in your life, it's a fun game to play with backstock, and that's what we got here. However, this isn't just a plain old box. This is a collectible box. Kudos to the Major Pod team. Great idea here. I love decorative boxes. I can see people using this to store maybe their Major Pod pins, maybe their Major Pod cards. You can find use for this box with your collection, and it fits in with your collection. And guess what? I guarantee, maybe wait a couple of weeks, probably right now, but the longer you wait, the more you could sell it for. I guarantee you could sell this box on its own to make some money, your money back, or gain money, whatever you want to call it. But I love it. Ingenious idea on the box. All over graphics. There's tons of Easter eggs on here. There's tons of things. I'll show you every side here. You can check it out right there. You got some of the major magnets they've had over the years. The Stomp one, the Bulls one. You got the title belt pins. You got the promo shots. Scratch that figure itch. Just a lot of stuff. Look at that. Who's Lucy on the side. Stuff there. Here's the other side. You got the Major Pod logo. Claim. Very cool. I have to imagine TTD designed all this. There's the Major Brothers Explode. There's old Heath Slater in his Stang shirt. Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. On the side here, we got Hornswoggle. So very cool packaging. And then, of course, the back. Flip it there. And there it is on the back. So a lot of cool Easter eggs, a really cool touch. This is a nice touch, as I know we've got other crates over the years. I've seen other crates that just come in a box, or they come in, you know, there's just a seal on there. But this is an all-over print. Very, very cool. So I like that a whole lot. So far, we're batting 1,000. I like that, what I see here. Now I'm going to open this bad boy up. Like I said, I have not opened. I haven't peeked. I haven't seen any spoilers. So you're going to get my first impressions right here on camera. If I can figure out how to open it. Okay. So it's just one of those boxes that clings in, folds in. You guys have seen that in the past. Let's see. Let's open it up. And I'm going to pull something out. And then we'll... Oh, it looks like I got a t-shirt. All right. Here is the t-shirt. What do we got here? Stomp in Paradise Micro Brawlers t-shirt. So I was soaking it in there. You can see it right here. So there it is, Stomp in Paradise. I think we're all aware of Stomp in Paradise, the offshoot. We had the Micro Brawlers in the past. That's what these represent. I believe Pro Wrestling Tees is now selling Micro Brawler t-shirts. That's exactly what this is. So it's two of the Micro Brawlers. I bought both of these Micro Brawlers. This is the only time I ever got a Pro Wrestling Tees loot crate, is back in the day when they had those. So I do have both of those. For me, I'm going to give my honest opinion here. This isn't really for me, this t-shirt. I don't really need a t-shirt of my action figures. As cool as this is, they have a G.I. Joe inspired Stomp shirt out currently on collarandelbow.com. That is much more my style than this one. But I could see you know, this is a perfect crate t-shirt. It's something that isn't, obviously they're not going to put some shirt that's amazing seller that would be a huge seller for a year plus in a crate. This is kind of a neat one-off that really ties back into the crates with the Micro Brawlers. We know there's a Micro Brawler in here, so it really fits together. So I see what they're doing, and I see the reasoning behind this. It's just not something I'm going to wear. All right, next up, what do we got in here? All right, I'm grabbing it. We've got, oh, I got two things. Okay, we got a Micro Brawler. Macho Man, Major Wrestling Figure Pod exclusive. Holy cow. Look at that. Now, we know Pro Wrestling Tees released many of Macho Man figures, Micro Brawlers. Many of them. There was that crazy day that drove everybody nuts, especially you Micro Brawler collectors. I'm a dabbler. I'm a dabbler in Micro Brawlers. You give me guys with face paint, the LOD, Demolition, Ultimate Warrior, sign me up. I got the Stomp ones. I did order the orange Macho Man, which should be here any day. But this one is very interesting, the purple Macho Man. So Macho Madness continues. So this is ingenious, and this goes back to the Major Pod, kind of their business model a little bit, giving things that people really want. I guarantee there's maybe people out there that don't like the Major Pod group or didn't even know this thing existed that missed out on this Macho Man. I think you could easily sell this Macho Man probably right now for the price of the whole crate. Time as passes, this Macho Man is going to be high dollar value. So very cool, very interesting. I was not expecting this at all, actually. Never in a million years would I guess this would be in the crate. Just, you know, it's Macho Man, and you don't think of him in a Major Pod crate. However, he does got the purple colors. Matt Cardona loves him some purple. So there you go. But I think this is pretty solid. I mean, this is worth the box alone if you're looking to resell, and probably more at this point. So very cool in the Macho Man. So that is a slam dunk. That's a slam dunk there. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we've got a keychain. It's Naked Hornswoggle keychain. Basically almost like a Micro Brawler, but it's a keychain. I think they started doing that, Micro Brawler keychains. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's a thing now. And here's Hornswoggle. So very cool. I got to say, I got a lot of vehicles, as you guys know. I don't know if I will use this or not. I might just keep this in the pack. So this one's not bad. Not a slam dunk like the Macho Man. Somewhere in the middle, but something different, something cool. Giving us something a little different. So Hornswoggle, a big part of the Major Pod group. So there you go. What do we got next? Oh, this is a funny one. All right, so it's a sticker. So not everything is going to be high dollar in any crate out there. You got to put some stickers, some keychains, things like that. But this is a pretty solid one. Legend. Old Dylan Hornswoggle Postal from his cart, his drunken night at the live show. Forever immortalized in sticker form now. This might look good on my old school Grand Wagoneer. I don't know if I put this in the window. I don't know. But that's solid. For what it is, a sticker-wise, I think that is solid. So we'll give that a pass. What do we got now? Oh, I think I got the other micro brawler. Who is it? Oh, it's the MWFP referee, the unknown referee, old John Cone. There he is. That's who it's supposed to be, who it's supposed to represent. I believe, is this the first micro brawler referee? I'm not a huge micro brawler guy, as you guys know. This very well could be. This makes sense. Big part of the Major Pod universe. We're going to get a old school Remco He-Man style figure of this later in the year, so it's only fitting we get a micro brawler, and it makes sense to be in this pack. So once again, slam dunk out there, especially micro brawler completists. They're definitely going to want this bad boy out there. Maybe, you know, I travel to Kansas City a lot for my work travels. Maybe I'll head to Kansas City. I'll hit up the old Donut King, see if John Cone's there, and have John sign this in person. Get a picture with him and have him sign it. And get a donut or two. Might as well, huh? So there it is. I like this one, too. I think this fits the crate. I'm not expecting Ultimate Warrior in purple as the second one. You have to give it back to a Major Pod one that maybe wouldn't sell so good on his own, but you put him in here, it makes sense. So, once again, a lot of good thoughts behind this crate. Can see what they're doing. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we got a pin. Brian Myers, WrestlingPins.com. So it's a pin. I am not a big pin guy. I've never really been a pin guy. I don't know. I bought a lot of the Major Pod pins when they first started coming out, and then I looked at myself. I said, Kyle, why are you buying these exactly? You're just putting them in a box. You're the man that likes to display stuff. I really don't have a pin display. And then I saw it was a never-ending collection, so I pretty much tapped out of the pin game. I do have a few pins on my backpack, but I don't get my backpack out very much. But I can see a lot of pin collectors liking this. This is right up the alley, especially in this crate. That's a slam dunk for this crate. Let's see what we got here. We got something else. Well, there you go. Another pin. There's Matt Cardona. So that fits in with the motif, what we got going on here. This makes total sense to me as well. And to get Brian and Matt, will there be a Smart Mark one in here? We'll see what happens there. But you got Matt Cardona pin. Another solid release. If you're buying this crate, you're a fan of the Major Pod group, you're going to like things like that. How many things do we got? I only got one thing left. I'm trying not to look, but I'm feeling around inside the package here. Feels like I only have one thing here. So it looks like this is going to be the grand finale. What could it be? Oh, is it Mark Sterling socks? Oh my gosh. So it's funny. There's been a lot of talk about this on the podcast lately. So Mark Sterling, socks. Now, I don't hate this one at all. I am a businessman at the end of the day on my normal job. I wear a lot of suits. I wear a lot of dress shoes, dress shirts, stuff like that. Yeah, believe it or not, the man that loves to wear the rock and roll t-shirts, that loves to strutting and strolling and rocking and rolling like a young Marty Jannetty. Yes, I got to wear a suit most of the time for work, or at least a dress shirt and dress pants, all that kind of stuff. I got to do all kinds of, be professional is what I have to be. These fit in perfectly in my work attire. This will go great. I have no problem. I rock Ultimate Warrior socks. I wear all kinds of crazy zany socks when I wear my work clothes. So I keep some of that rock and roll attitude, at least in my socks, if I possibly can. And of course, out on the golf course, I always wear crazy golf pants when I have to golf for work. So these will fit right in. So I like this. I appreciate this. This is something I would really use, and I will use. I will open this up. So for me, this is a solid crate. I love this. This could be my favorite thing. I like this more than the shirt. The shirt was the biggest disappointment for me, if I want to call it a disappointment. But when you take what you know you're getting, it's not like I was expecting an Ultimate Warrior t-shirt. I was expecting Major Pod stuff. The shirt is one I probably won't wear. I would probably sell that. Socks I will 100% wear. These go great with my dress shoes and stuff. These pins are great too. Solid pins. Once again, I'm not a pin collector, but I understand there's a lot of people that will love these pins. It's a great idea. Same thing with Hornswoggle. It fits in with the pins a little bit, but a keychain, another solid idea. John Cone makes perfect sense to me. I like the idea of this one as well. I am not a micro brawler collector. I don't really need this in my collection, but I have no problems having it in my collection. So this works out as well. The Legend sticker, you knew you were going to get a sticker of some kind. This is great. It's like one of those quirky, ironic stickers you see out there all the time. Super awesome. I think this was a great idea. This is a very smart idea with, as we all know, the Hornswoggle story of that. And then, by and large, this Macho Man is a solid figure, a solid micro brawler. This is going to transcend just Major Pod community. It's going to transcend into all wrestling figure fandom, Macho Man fandoms. This is high dollar. Like I said, you should be able to sell this for the price of the crate. So all this other stuff comes free to you in the long run. That's how I see it. So let me look in here. Yep. Nothing in the inside. And once again, this is a great crate. You could store things in here, store your Major Pod cards. That's probably what I'll do. All my Major Pod cards I'll put in this box and just have a nice storage for them. So I gotta say, this was a slam dunk, I think, you know. Not the biggest fan of the shirt, and that was about it. Everything else I liked a whole lot. I understand what they were doing. The Macho Man Micro Brawler is an amazing idea. Very smart, you know, very smart business at the end of the day, putting that Macho Man in here. And boy, I think that is kind of a thank you to the people that support the Major Pod team, because a lot of hardcore Macho Man fans, they weren't buying this Major Pod crate. So it went to the hardcore Major Pod fans. I'd say the hardest of the hardcore Major Pod fans. And it's a little bit of a thank you. Hey, here's a Macho Man Micro Brawler for you. But guess what? If you don't like that Macho Man Micro Brawler, guess what? You can easily sell that on the aftermarket that paid for the rest of your crate. So it truly makes this crate nothing to lose. And that's how I went into it, and that's exactly how I feel. So I got to say I'm 100% satisfied with the product I got here. It makes total sense. So kudos to the Major Pod team. Matt and Mark and Brian. So there it is, the Major Pod unboxing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We don't do a lot of this on the channel, but I thought this would be a good one and a good surprise and something fun and something different. And that's exactly what it was. So make sure you follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram for all kinds of news and everything else. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video. And leave me a comment with your thoughts on this. Did you pick this up? Are you planning on trying to get some of this stuff? Did you snooze on this? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. And for the whole Major Pod crate, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.